Yeah, so please welcome everybody, our Palm Springs psychic medium, Mr. Timothy Courtney, everyone. He must be coming right back in here. Don't you worry, folks. Once again, if you guys want, oh, there he is.
Hey,
how's it going, Timothy?
You know, sometimes these computer things do it. What is it about this last two shows? The last time I had a makeup problem and had mascara in my eye, was trying to get ready, and just now something pops up with Microsoft telling me that I got to do something. Like, get out of this.
You know what? That's what happens. See, here's everybody doesn't know behind the scenes. Timothy got a new computer just for the show so he can make sure he was up to date, and now it's just trying to make him do everything under the sun.
Exactly. I was like, are you kidding me? I said, don't they know how a show? Microsoft, get off the screen.
I love it. So how's your week going so far?
You know, that was my question to you. I thought I was going to get there first, but I had a great week. It's been busy. It's been a busy week, but you know, and it's been a great week. So I wish I kind of slept a little more last night, but I think maybe I ate a little bit too much dark chocolate before bed.
I don't know if that's actually a possibility. Well, today I switched up my background a little bit. You had said something, do something good for yourself and loving for yourself last week.
Yes.
So mine was actually a little glass of wine. So I wanted to bring in my little bit of lovingness for myself. And you had a comment about Old Paris behind me too. So, you know, I got all those things in the shot for you today.
I love that. I love that. And speaking of which, it's like I was just thinking about the other day, we're going to do first of all, we should say welcome to everybody. Hello.
Yes.
It's like, we're so glad you're here. It's like last week was so much fun and we got so many great responses. Both of us, we just received so many great responses, and it's over on YouTube now. You can go to the Palm Springs Psychic Medium. It's like on YouTube, look that up, and we're there now as well. And that's just been wonderful too. A lot of wonderful responses there as well. So it's getting seen. So,
it definitely is. And I'm glad that all of the comments too had things to do with positivity, which is exactly what you're trying to accomplish here.
Absolutely, is what we're doing. It's like we want to keep this uplifting, and you know, not about what we can't do, but what we can do. It's like in life, and I love that. And I'm so glad to hear you mention about the loving, caring, thoughtful things. You know, doing those little things always makes life loving, a great place. I was going to mention, it's like something that I know last week, as you know, was about if you were here, it's like I had some mascara and I didn't know how to use it all well. And I had it on my eyebrows and just was a mess up here, and they were super black and big, and which I don't hardly have any. So it's like, and then I had did the mascara in my eyelashes, and I had was trying to get it, and this one had too much and had so much on it, got in my eye. I poked myself in the eye. I had little black dots, had to smear that off. It was a mess, and I was about to come on here and I couldn't see. It's so messed up. So that's not the case today. I did well, and today I was thinking, what happened this week? And I remember, and I'm sure somebody out there, you may relate to some of this, but earlier on Sunday, I took a day off. You know, I've been working so hard and I was so exhausted. And by Sunday, I thought, taking the day off, no work at all, no desk time, no nothing. And I didn't have clients. So I went out to meet a friend for coffee at 9 a.m. at one of the coffees here in Palm Springs. And there's 3 different ones of them.
Yep.
So, and he said Midtown, where I love the Courtyard. And I thought, well, no, I guess you'd call that a courtyard, but I know where Midtown Coffee is. So I showed up there, and I remember I was in line standing there, and I said, oh yeah, I said, do you have I said, what drink would you like? Because I didn't see him there. And I said, what drink would you like? And he tells me what he wants. And then I get right there at the register and say, what size? And he hits back, and guess what? I ordered my sandwich, breakfast sandwich, and my coffee, and walked away. I didn't even order his. I didn't order his.
It was self-care day for you.
And he was not even at that coffee house. He was at another one. Well, so it's like, there's my morning off starting. You know.
I've got my little iced coffee here today too, but you know what? It was all about you. So, you know, you just pick it up and go to the next spot, and, you know, just
right.
over.
That's what I told him. I said, let's go. I said, I'll be there in 3 minutes. They're close. So anyway, in case anyone's out there forgetting things and things like that, it's like, just know you're one of the bunch. It's like, we're doing that too.
Join the club.
Yes, absolutely. Join the club. Thank God that club doesn't cost much. But so I was going to mention this, like in audience participation, one of the things I mentioned is a lot of people do it in the chat, in the Q&A, is I'm not, just so you know, I want you to know that I'm not looking at those during the show. Daniel's keeping a good eye on that. And it's like, but I'm not watching that during the show. It's like, I go back though, and I get to see all the list. I go back and read through the chat. So I do get to see all your messages, all your wonderful messages and your conversation. I love to see the questions. Thank you so much for participating. I think it makes it a lot more fun when you get to jump in. So feel free, as Daniel said earlier, to chat it up on there and have a good time, and find your questions, answers. And I do want to mention that in October 6th, we will have a very special guest. I say her name's Diana Wentworth. And Diana is an author. She's written like 10 books. She does a lot of public speaking. Gosh, I can't even begin to say where she starts, but she was one of the authors of this, Chicken Soup for the Soul, the cookbook. She's also another author with one of the other Chicken Soup for the Soul. And then she also has another one that she wrote, that book she wrote that was made into a Lifetime movie. So she'll be with us October 6th. Don't want to miss that. In the meantime, I do have someone that's very special with you. As you know, we have a special guest today, and he's been a major player in fitness and in wellness and worldwide. And he's done so many things. His bio I read is just unbelievable. Just so much stuff you wouldn't believe, Daniel. There's just products, things he's produced and made, created, people he's worked with, and this guy's amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that. And what we do is I'm just going to tell you a little bit about him before we bring him on. It says, lift your spirits and buttocks. And I love that. Right to the buttocks. Lift your spirits and buttocks to new fitness pioneer, Scott Cole. From national aerobic champion to abs of steel to discover Tai Chi, from training Christian Bell and Barry Manilow to helping people of all backgrounds move through and out of pain, Scott Cole has something for everyone. Welcome, Scott Cole.
Yes, welcome. And I love some of those pictures we were just showing too. Scott, welcome.
Great.
Hey,
hi, Scott.
How are you?
Great. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I just have to do this. I have to share this one more time because, Scott, this is amazing. This shot right here.
Right?
Right up there.
There you go. I do that all the time. I'm always I can't do that.
Yeah, when you're in fitness, you have to be ready for anything. So I've learned not to dress up, in case I have to put a foot up or do something semi-impressive physically.
That's smart, and that is impressive. So you look great, Scott.
Thank you. I'm live up here in Idlewild. I'm up in the mountains. I'm 6,000 feet above you guys.
Wow, how wonderful is that?
A lot cooler, I can tell you that. Yeah.
A lot cooler, that's for sure. I love that. You have done so many things. I'd love for you to spend just a minute or two. Tell us just a little bit about your background, and then we'll let you come into where you are now and what's happening, because that just thrills me what you're doing now.
Love it. Well, yeah, it shows like this and questions like that make me, really reflect and go back and see the various phases.
Right.
I started, believe it or not, as a college cheerleader, woo, at University of Texas at Austin. I would do a toe touch, but there's not room. So I'm 58 years old, and I've been in fitness and movement and wellness for now 40 years.
Wow.
So from college cheerleading, I had a psychic moment with my then little nephew watching television, and I saw the Crystal Light National Aerobic Championship on TV. Wow. And my little nephew, Matt, who's now 42, elbowed me and said, "You could do that." And I had this whole vision of, oh my gosh, I could do that. So I entered the aerobic championship, won in 1987. Alan Thicke was the host. And within a month, I was carrying Jane Fonda on stage for her Lifetime Achievement Award in fitness.
Wow.
I was in men's fitness, shape, USA Weekend. So then that led into traveling all over, teaching and performing all over the world. So 34 countries I traveled to and taught in my late 20s and up till I was about 35.
Wow.
So yeah, I got to see the world, do what I love.
Yes.
You know, when I was little, I would spin the globe and I'd say, what do I want to do? I'd talk to God, the universe, and I'd said, travel, help people, make money, and have a good time. So I've definitely done
accomplished. I was going to say, I think you were successful in that. I love that.
Yeah.
And all from inspiration of a child too.
Yeah.
Yes. And then, you know, then the challenge becomes, okay, what varying degrees of these things do we continue in? And I went on to become the Abs of Steel guy. That was my next big thing, was muscle and abs. I'm not going to show mine now because I'm a little, let's say I'm storing up for winter.
Quarantine love.
Yeah. Then from that, I wrote a lot for Men's Fitness, I wrote and appeared in the magazines, which I was very happy with that. I was able to write my own words and showcase my own body. So that felt very empowering to me.
Absolutely.
And then came the big Discover Tai Chi series. I lost my sister and my dad in 1988, back-to-back tragedies. And I stuffed all that emotion in and I made my body perfect, but my emotional clarity and my grief was still there. So I got in a Tai Chi class and boy, did my life change. All of the grief, everything came up. I felt like I was able to process and then add the next layer of my career, which still continues. It's gentle, healing, thorough movement. And then
I got a question for you.
Yeah,
I
I'm sorry,
I hear, I mean, like I said, I saw your bio. We've seen a lot of the work you've done. It's like, if you haven't, please go to his website at scottcole.com because it's just incredible. I'd like to do a little exercise with you real quick. It's like, if you want, you just close your eyes. I know you're used to doing so many good things like this. Close your eyes. Yeah, that's right. Take that deep breath. And I have a question for you. When you go back and you see that person that you've been through all your life and all these years and these accomplishments and things you've created, produced, and the people you've worked with, and then what you know you have done to make the world a better place. How do you feel when you see that? And also like to know, who is that man that you see?
Well, you're making me cry because I do shift back, and at every level, Tim and your audience, it's been the most important thing for me to make a difference in someone's life, in the world, the way we see other people. And so I look back and I'm proud of myself, you know, and in some ways we all beat ourselves up, no matter who we are, no matter how many accomplishments. But I look back and I'm really proud and I feel really good, you know, and I feel like my dad would be proud. My sister would be proud. My family that is alive is proud, you know, and it gets back to whether we can, you know, manifest that pride in a beautiful way to like burgeon into even more. And more, I don't mean more tasks, more fame. I just mean deeper, beautiful work, which my next phase of healing and moving into the healing world and pain management is phase 5 of my career.
Yes, and this part, you know, we talked briefly on this the other day, and that's what I really, when I saw it, I mean, I'm very familiar with you and your work through the years. We even talked about that, knowing each other through West Hollywood way back in the 80s.
Karen Voigt.
Yes,
days,
Karen Voigt, and working about aerobics. I was involved in teaching at that time too.
Yeah, you were wearing
your level.
You were wearing tights. You were wearing wild lycra back then.
I was, and big goofy socks around my high top white Reeboks. I remember.
Yep.
Yes, I want pictures of all of that to be on next week's episode.
That won't be hard to find.
Yeah, it won't be hard to find, right? Right. Scott, so yes, and what got me so interested in having you on today, and I knew people would like this, and people once they see it on YouTube, they're going to love knowing more about this, where you are today, and I love anything that has to do with healing. And you know, it's like, I know that we can get into what isn't and what aren't, what it shouldn't be, but I love when we talk about what is and where we can go and what's possible. And I really believe that you have something here for us today. Share on that.
Yes. So I got to work 4.5 years in pain management clinics in and around the Palm Springs area. And it allowed me to take all 40 years, plus all my intuition that I brought into this world, into a realm where I was really forced to try to come up with solutions for people that the doctors don't have solutions for, depression, anxiety. So what I learned was, which I think we all innately know, touch, listening to someone, eye contact, understanding and giving solutions. I mean, I want everyone in the audience, rub your hands together and then separate them. This is your chi. This is your energy right here. You can feel it. These are called the Lao Gung points. You feel it in the palms of your hands. Let's all share it with each other. I know it's virtual, but I swear, you know, I can feel yours.
Absolutely.
And I hope you can feel mine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so this is the essence, the life force, the unexplainable thing. It also, back to the foot, it also is through the feet. Sorry, my feet are a little dirty. But we touch the earth with our feet. We are designed as human beings to feel the earth, all those sensors in our feet, and we're designed to touch and feel with the hands. So when you ground yourself every day and you breathe and you move and you listen and you touch, your psychic abilities and your healing abilities increase. And your confidence increases too. So I've had 40 years of looking at bodies and seeing so many different things. The clinic was yet another crash course in, wow, look at this. That's similar to so-and-so 3 years ago. So I started to formulate these programs, and one of them we can all do together. This one's called Tree in the Breeze. So everyone sit tall if you're in a chair. You can do it standing if you want. You're gonna locate your navel, big excitement, right? Right below that is your Dantian. That's the second chakra in yoga. And Tai Chi, it's your energy center point. We're gonna move gently, just like a tree in the breeze. And feel free to close your eyes. Let your torso just gently move. And as you're doing that, I'll explain a little bit about the spinal column. The spinal column is designed to move multidimensionally. When we're stuck, impinged, or those vertebrae are tight, we need to lengthen and breathe and get energy flow through that spinal column.
Yes,
one of the
makes
best
sense.
Yeah, it's one of the best things you can do. So think upward. Now, a lot of people do this because they're thinking about it. See, there's no neck movement going on. So you want to do this and then let the head go. Yeah. And you might get some free chiropractic adjustments.
Yes, I think so. This is like the type of thing I would do, for getting into a psychic space in order for me to not think.
Nice,
like
nice. I understand that.
And it's one of those things too, where if you just take a little bit of effort to think about your body and just to slow things down, get all the other, just distractions away and think about your core, it just really starts to flow.
Absolutely. And I call stress is the body clogging result of fear-based living. This is my definition. I'm proud of it. Wow. Stress is the body clogging result of fear-based living. So the posture, right? The posture of stress looks like this. Oh my goodness, I forgot my briefcase. I'm late to church. Oh, I'm going to, we get all worked up and our energy, our chi moves upward. And that's why we get flushed. We get tight jaw, our heart rate goes up, blood pressure goes up. So when that's happening, everybody, you just want to calm your chi down, sink it. It's called sinking the chi.
Yeah,
so
I like that.
Do we have time for another move, or?
Yeah, I have one question before you. I have one question before you do. So William says, in Tai Chi, do you get better personal results working alone or with the group leader, do you think?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, it's beautiful to do your Tai Chi by yourself because you don't have to talk. And when you do, you rest your tongue up there lightly behind the top row of teeth, gently touching the roof of the mouth.
I didn't know that.
And you inhale and exhale through your nose. The Chinese say that connects what are called the Ren. Ren channel runs down the, runs down the front side of the body. The Du channel goes up and over down the back side of the body. They say that's the only time those channels are connected. Therefore, it generates this sacred energy that leaves you exhilarated, not exhausted.
Love that.
You know, the beauty of doing it in a group is that you can watch other people if you forgot the form. Yep. You can watch other people and also get, you know, get energy from watching the beauty of other people in movement.
Sure.
So I like both. I like both.
It is that way too, Scott. I don't do it, and I've always thought I would like to do that. Because I love the energy. I'm very attracted to that energy. Every time I go to Paris, every time there is a group at the Gardens of Luxembourg. There's 5 of them, and every time I go, every year, I see these 5 on Sunday at the Gardens of Luxembourg, and they're doing Tai Chi.
Love it.
And
yeah, and it's soothing just to watch people do it. And, you know, even more soothing when you get to participate. So.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Do you have something you want to finish on with us real quick? Because I'd like to get another question, and I see some things coming through there from what I can tell.
Yeah.
I don't know the question, but I can see they're coming through.
Do you want me to do another move, or do you want to do questions? Either
Let's
way.
do a meet. Let's do a move first.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one is called, this is one of my favorites too. It's called launching out of your pelvis. So all of you, when people ask, when people ask what you did today, you could say, I launched out of my pelvis. You come up, you round forward, and you round down and in, and then come up. So there's 4 parts. You're going to lengthen upward, come forward. So I'm kind of arching my back, and then I round. Tuck your chin down, press with your feet, and roll back up a little bit more. So keep going out, back up, until we can get a better view. So we're up here, come down, you round, and come up. And this again is another one to lengthen and strengthen the spine.
Yes. Love that pushing off with the feet. When you said that, really made a difference.
Yes, because you ground through the feet, and you can press gently, into the ground, and then help you engage your core and round up.
Makes sense.
Through all vertebrae. Yeah.
Makes sense. How many people, when you bent over, did what I did and hit your head on the table in front of you?
I had to move myself out of the way, but it looks like from the chat, everybody is doing the same thing. Kelly says she's doing it. So is Danny and Robert. Everybody's is playing along with our little game too. So, and William says, so simple, but it's so good for you too, which is true.
I love that.
You know, and how do you, in the morning, what's some advice that you could give somebody to start their day off right?
Yeah.
I like to be quiet. I like to not talk too soon. I also like to engage my breath, and definitely have a glass of water with no ice.
Yes.
You want to hydrate the digestive tract. You've been asleep all night. Things are really dry in there. So open up with water before you have any coffee or any food.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Nice music is great. I play classical music up here all day long, and open the windows. Yeah, kind of feel the fresh air. Nice little quiet walk. So many good things, but I like the quiet of the morning.
You're in a great place for connecting, being in tune, real naturally. I mean, it does not you don't have to try too hard up there.
No, I want to show you all these boulders right outside my window. Can you see those?
Oh my goodness. Oh, and
I
think I also have a picture of you talking about being in nature, being connected there. This was also I don't know how it came into my possession, but I figured it might need to be shared.
That is me all the way. I just like being outside. I like being barefoot.
Now, was that yesterday or this morning?
Oh yeah, that could be every day actually. That was taken last year. That was taken for my 57th birthday. So that was last year. I did the whole bathtub series for 57. I don't know why.
I love it. That is a great, Scott. You know,
Thanks.
I say we've had such a great time. We have another question on there real quick?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not too many questions. There's a lot of comments. And
Okay.
again, I think a lot of people are really feeling the powerfulness of that quote that you said. Stress is the clogged result of fear-based living. And that, I think
Yes.
that's really resonating with a lot of people. And I think this is just one thing where everybody is feeling the fact that they need to do more of this, you know? So, and, you know.
Yeah, I mean, our bodies are designed to move, and when we're not moving, we do create, you know, unintentionally a state of unhealth.
Yeah.
So that's why even if you're injured, I'll start with what I call micro movement. Just let your body gently go where it goes until it's ready to go bigger and get back into some of the things that you aspire to do physically.
Yeah. Last thing, Scott, tell everybody here, because I know people are going to want to, tell them how to get in contact with you, because you have so many opportunities, I know, with your website, and I know you got a new one coming too. So please let everybody know.
Yes, I'm working with a company called Media Famous, and we are creating a very beautiful interactive website. And my direction is I still have the cardio, the strength, the stretching, Tai Chi, yoga, everything available. I've got over 30 programs available at scottcole.com.
Yeah.
Everything from audio motivation to, you know, video of all the categories I just mentioned. But we're going to do an interactive site about healing as well. So I'm going to bring how to, you know, help your tight lower back, how to move through hip surgery, how to address Parkinson's, how to, you know, every condition that I can address, I'm going to put it on there.
That's
so
fantastic.
Thank you. I'd love for everyone to stay in touch with me and email me. You know, it's very easy. I'm very easy to get a hold of. If I don't answer,
what's your email, Scott? Where do you want everyone to go?
Yeah,
get information.
The website is scottcole.com, SCOTTCOLE.com. And my email is just scott@scottcole.com. But you can click on the website, probably like yours, Timothy, you can click to contact, and then the email goes right through to me.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I just popped all the your website and your email address in the chat so everybody can look there as well.
Very nice. I saw some of my East Coast people in the session, Teresa Giordano, and
Yeah, and I think, Tim, I think somebody said mom is watching with a heart as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good. I like that. Listen, I think we're at that place. So I'm going to disappear. Scott, thank you so very much. I'll be right back though. But Scott, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Great
Thanks
to
for
meet
your
you, Daniel.
gift.
Yes. All right.
Thank you guys so much for coming on. And I'm going to just put on a 3-minute timer. So once again, everybody give a big virtual round of applause to Scott for coming on. Thank you very much, giving us those things to think about, exactly getting those muscles too. I've got a 3-minute timer on, but yes, Scott, that's just great. It really is just, you know, just taking a minute to think for a little bit and just kind of center yourself and calm down, you know? Yeah, soften in your body. That's the biggest lesson from Tai Chi and Qigong, is just to soften and breathe and move and keep it simple. Yeah, exactly. I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming out again, and I hope to see you again soon. Hopefully sometime in person, we'll get a chance to actually give each other an elbow bump or a high five or something. Woo, woo. Yeah. All right. I love it. Thank you so much. Love you. All right, and then if you guys have any other questions for Scott at all, feel free to pop them in the chat too. We can get all of that information to him, and you have his email and you have his website as well. So one of the things that I'm so excited about this show too is we also do live readings with Timothy. So how do you get a chance to be a part of this? So I've put together a little guide here. So during this second part of the show, what I want you guys to do is, if you're interested in becoming one of our live readings for next week, go ahead and just type your name in the chat, and then you're going to go ahead and either put a P or an M or both next to your name, and then you're going to be entered into the drawing where I go ahead and just literally write your name on a sheet of paper and then get in there and pull it out. And then if you aren't chosen, I'm going to keep your name in there. So the more you watch and the more you actually get a chance to put your name in on the chat over here, the better chance that you have of actually getting a live reading for next week. So once again, just be aware of that. So you can, the way you get a chance to be part of our show is to watch the show live. Go ahead and put your name in the chat right there. So go ahead, put those names in there if you guys want the chance to have a reading for next week, and put a P for psychic next to your name, or an M for medium. I am so excited today because we do have 2 people this week that we are going to get a live reading for. We're going to have, our first guest is going to be a medium reading, and our second guest is going to be a psychic reading. So we've just got a few more seconds here until Timothy comes back on. But you guys can also visit www.timothycourtney.com. You'll have all of the links for all of our upcoming Zoom shows, and then you will also get a chance to put your email address in for Tim's newsletter. He'll be giving all of the important updates that he's got coming out over the next coming weeks. He may have some insight as to who our special guests are going to be. And I am definitely excited for our author from Chicken Soup for the Soul coming out too. I was actually just on a webinar a little bit earlier today with John Legend and Chrissy Teigen, and that book actually just came up. So it has, I'd love to see everybody, Stephen and Ted and Bobby, putting your names in there, and Andrew. I love it. It's great. So let's see. I'm just looking at some of the chat over here. I thank you guys so much again for coming in and listening to us. And oh, somebody said, Robert saying his nephew has ADHD and heard that Tai Chi can help with that instead of medicines too. So again, it is all just about centering your body. And like we were saying last week, just being connected as a whole is going to, really help you. Everyone is connected and well guided. So just being able to tap into that. So also, once again, if you guys have questions throughout the course of this last half of the show, please go ahead and enter that into the Q&A session too. So whenever we get back on here, and we're going to get Denise and Timothy back on here in just a second. So once again, let's see if anybody else in the chat, where are you guys from? Go ahead and pop in where you guys are watching from. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm coming to you live from Hermosa Beach, California. The fires are starting to tone down, and I love it. Here we go, Timothy.
I want to be there. I want to hear some of these people. I want to hear where they're from too.
I know. Let's see. Well, we've Kentucky. From Kentucky. I think your mom coming out there.
Oh yeah.
I do have a couple of other people I saw from Hermosa Beach. I got a little crew coming here. Palm Springs with Steve coming through. So we've got our core spaces. I think also maybe somebody from over a couple more from the East Coast too. So.
Great. Love that.
I know. I love it. So we're going to go ahead and bring Denise on first. So Denise, go ahead and show your video, share your video, and go ahead and turn yourself off mute. And I'm going to go away and you guys have some fun.
Hi, Denise. Good to see you. Yeah. We do know each other, so it's like, and I'm looking forward to doing this with you today. It's like I want to go in. She's kind of anxious, okay? So it's like, and I mean anxious as in ready. Good. So it's like, so I know you're wanting to talk to. Can you say her name?
Bernita.
Bernita. Okay. I want to go right away. So the very first thing she does is right now she gives me a pain in my stomach area. She gives me a pain down below here. And she goes into immediately, she's wanting to tell me about her transitioning. And for some reason she feels, I always ask this, I say, what's most important? What do you want to know? Of course, we have a short window to do what would normally be like a 45 minutes to an hour. So she's kind of like good at this to, let's get right to the business. And that probably sounds just like her. Yeah. As well. So I always got a personality thing. And she's like pushing me right now, by the way. She's like, I can feel her like energy, like push me, get going. So here we go. But she wants you to know and finds it really important for you to know how she transitioned. And she wants you to know that she loves the light, that there is light. Okay. And it's like and like I said, she feels like this is important for you to know. When she shows me, and I can feel her right now, it's that part of having, it's like she's in the sunshine. And she feels the warmth on her, like there's like the breeze, and she's very calm, very, very calm, very peaceful. This lady's very grounded in this way, and she lets me know, she says she's your guide.
I figured it was her.
She says, I'm your guide. She says, I guide you. She says, and I felt, and what she lets me know, she says, like, nothing's changed, she says. Like, nothing's changed. Does that make sense to you? She goes on to, it's like, in this transition, when she first goes, she's also showing me like that, when I say the light, she also wants you to know, she's talking about walking a path. There's a path, a certain particular path that you know about, that she walked in life. That makes sense to you?
I think you'd have to tell me a little bit more. No?
Okay, this path seems very like, it's almost like she's going through a garden. It's like, this path is like her own. She felt like sometimes she was on her own, is what she's let me know. It's like, it was like the path was, there was no one else on that path in that regard for her. She walked her own. Okay, and then maybe that makes more sense of where she's going here. But what she wants to know is like, though she felt she was on her own, because she was going through that at times, she says, I felt I was on my own, but she actually knew what was around her that supported her, because she saw everything around her as being beautiful. That makes sense. On the right, yeah. I'll go just a little bit further. She's also showing me, she wants to show me like a necklace. And this necklace has, I feel like it has it looks like a gem, a jewel in the center of it. The chain looks thin to me, but in that middle, it's like a blue stone. Maybe it's white, but it feels like it might be a blue stone. And for some reason, she's pointing this out to me, and I feel this has something to do with you. And she's stressing the blue in the stone. That's a color somehow that relates to you. So I want you to think about that one, because there's something in that, because she's shown it to me 3 times already. Just now. So I know there's something in there about, she says something about how she feels about you. And that's something about the chain and the stone. There's a blue stone. Does anybody know what a blue stone means? Because I don't know what a blue stone means. I don't know what that means, but this has something to do.
Sapphire? Is it like a sapphire?
It's blue, so I would look at, it's like aquamarine blue.
Okay.
Like a light blue. So I would look that up and see what that means, because that's going to mean something to you.
Okay.
But I feel it's like this, there's a gift, it's a bond type thing she's let me know that you guys have. Okay. That feels close. Wait a minute, she's saying your birthday, something about your birthday.
Well, my birthday stone is a garnet. It was just red.
Okay, well, she's going back to the blue again. Anyway, it's like there was something there. I feel like there's I would just look at what that stone means. Something about it with blue, and it's a light blue. It shows me white blue. So someone's just saying lapis, the Egyptians back there. Okay, this may have something to do back to your guide, being into that, okay? But she's ending in that, and that's just, want you to know that she's your guide. That was the biggest thing. By the way, you just need to know this. The whole thing that comes out is this lady's bursting with proud of you.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just overwhelming. You know, she's very proud of you. And she's referring to somebody in your life. She says, she's saying, forget it. Forget it. Anyway. That's the last thing I'm going to get, but she's saying, forget it. I don't think there's something she's approving of. Here, it's like, this has to do with a person. Anyway, I think that's where we'll leave this. It's like, because it's like, so I don't have to go too much further here, but it lets you know, she's very proud of you. Her transition was great. The way she transitioned, she got it. She wants you to know there is light, that there is a light for you to go, in that place for you to go to. So she'll be there, and she's guiding you. By the way, oh, one more. So when you're with her, always notice, sometimes we can tell, sometimes we think someone's with us.
Yeah.
She likes to hold your hand. And she'll be it'll be your right hand, because she walks to the outside of you to protect you. She'll stay on the outsides of you when you walk, especially when you walk. She likes being with you when you walk. It's like a walk and talk thing, okay? And she, you smile like that. I say, but it's like she is on the outside so that you don't get hurt. She's trying to guide you. She'll be there to guide you, okay? Know that. Yeah.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Great to see you.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Denise. I'm so glad you got a chance to commune with Bernita. So I'm so thankful for that. Now, all right, Danny, we're going to bring you up too. We're going to switch from medium to psychic here. And so Danny, come on up.
Hello.
Hi, Danny.
Hello.
Good to see you today.
Nice to see you. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, you're welcome. So whereabouts are you coming from? Because I feel something really different about your space.
I'm in Hermosa Beach.
Okay, there's something different about your space. I don't know, it just has this, actually it has a very comforting feeling in your home. I got a feeling you like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, some people are like, yeah, I like it, it's good, or I'm thinking I'm going. But it's like, I can tell you really, you're kind of in one with your home. It's like, you could be there a lot. That would be fine with you.
Yeah.
And not that you can't, you have to right now, it's a little bit more, but I can tell that's where you are with it. You have a good relationship with home. Know it's a safe place for you. One of the things that comes up I see is a need to do something fast right now, a decision. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like, I feel like it lets me know it's fast, and that's the thing. And it's like, okay, she needs to do something. She needs to do it fast. I'm going to get, without going into a lot of details, once again, we're on short time here on what would be longer. But I want to try to get into the spot. I can give you some of this and help you with this. When it shows me that fast move, it shows me going to the left, which is not usually a good thing. Okay. Going to make a fast move in this case for you, because it shows me, I can't even barely tell it was you. It's like, I just see you flying by. So it's like, okay, this is fast. She needs to do this. I feel like you're really wanting to do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really wanting to do this. But it's like, what happens, it's so fast. What concerns me is that you're going left, and left, whenever I see that, means it's on the negative side. It's not the positive side. Okay. So I feel like what this move is going to do, it's like, I feel like you can do it, but I just think you're going to find out probably just about as quick as you moved that it's probably not what you wanted.
Okay.
It's not going to be what you think you wanted. Let's put it that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
It's not what you probably wanted to hear, but it's like, but yeah, let that be helpful. Okay. I wanted to come back to this. I want to encourage you to dive deeper into your, here we go. It's showing me glasses for you, like glasses, okay? It's like a not wanting to look through them. So it lets me know, it's like, I want the glasses down. I just kind of want them down. I don't really want to see what's going on, okay? So let that be a little bit, it's coming from that fast move. So know that it's time to see things the way they really are. Is that making sense to you right now?
Yes.
Good, good. So, and sometimes, you know, things come up specific. I'll know exactly, like, ding, that's exactly what this is, and I'll say that. But I also know that we're in public here in a venue. So sometimes it's just nice to know we're talking about, we know what we're talking about. Okay. So in that, what I want to let you know is, like, when I see this fast move, and I said the glasses down, there's a solution to where you are right now, okay? And it's different for everybody and for different times and where they are in their life, but your solution right now shows me it's spiritual. And I think you know that. And you have a spiritual life, you have a spiritual side to you, but it shows me almost like it's in a flashlight, like still searching. That makes sense to you, yeah. So it's like, and by the way, I say it makes sense because the acknowledgement, it's always good when you are able to say, yes, I see it, you know, as opposed to me just to tell you that's the way it is. I think it's much more empowering, much more powerful when you can acknowledge, yes, I know. So it shows me that spiritual part. What I want you to know is that you have an opportunity to let that grow. And I really feel that's part of the part where things feel static and not like unsure right now, because it's like, if you go into that place, it's like, and build your spiritual life, I really can let you know that when you take care of that, you'll know where you need to go. Okay. And it's also going to help you put those glasses on so that you'll see things the way, what they really are versus what you'd like them to be. Okay. So therefore you're going to make better choices, better decisions. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good, good. Do you have a question for me?
No, that's a lot to take in, but helpful.
That's a lot to take in, right? As I say, that's the with the readings. I say, you know, I'm not a fortune teller, so I'm not here to like predict a bunch of things to the future or things that there's no way we can confirm unless I hear it or feel it, see it, that I know for sure that's something to say. But I always know where you are right now, so that you can move forward to the future that you really want. Okay. And what I told you about being the fast move and that going to the negative side versus the positive side, and it being too fast. So it's like, it's so fast that it's like you can't even get clear on it. So what I get in that is that you have an opportunity to change your future for something that's going to go to the negative that you're really not going to want, versus, okay, I can switch that then. I don't have to make that my future. I can take a future that's another way. And what I need to do with this one is I got to see it the way it is, not the way I want it. And the number two is I need to build my spiritual life because it's not developed. Does that make sense now?
Uh-huh.
Good, good. Wish you best. I think you got a great future in front of you. This is a lot of belief in yourself and coming into using your own tuition, but you need to build that spiritual side of you. I just encourage you to find what that search is and find out some things. Maybe even some of the stuff that Scott suggested earlier might be really good for you. I could see you being in that kind of a field of some natural healing. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like, thank you for showing up today, and I appreciate you letting me work with you.
Thank you so much, Tim.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Danny, for coming on today. Tim, how are you feeling after today's episode?
I love it. It's like, this is great. Let's do another one.
Yeah, let's do a few more.
Next Tuesday, let's do another one. We have some fun stuff, you guys. We have so many fun things on the list of things we want to add to the shows as we go along. And it just excites me so much. I think all week long about this stuff. I'm in the shower, I think about this. I'm doing something. Anywhere I am, I think I get ideas, and oh my God, let's do this, let's do that. And we just want to keep going with this to where we just have wonderful, fun, uplifting, positive things for everybody. And something to carry through our weeks, our months, and our lifetimes that just make it better. Do you have anything you want to say today?
Yeah,
how did you feel?
I feel great, and it's one of those things where everybody has their own background and wherever they come from and their own thought process and things like that. But it's just coming to a place that acknowledges that like we have here, and then adding just a little something to think about, and not necessarily forcing something on you, but just saying, oh, maybe think about this, and this could help you in your daily life and in your quest to be better. So it's just nice to, to recenter your, body, to think about things. And, spiritual doesn't necessarily mean religious, too. And that's another thing that, this is the platform here is very vast and not just down one specific path.
Absolutely. And I love that because it's like, we believe in what we believe in, and there's so many different beliefs, the thousands of beliefs that people have, in ways they do it. And I've seen so many of them work very well, and maybe some things that don't. So it's like, what we believe in is what's probably working for us, and I think that's then take your path. But my path is not yours, and yours is not mine. It was never meant to be that way. So I said, live yours, find yours, live yours. In that regard, I want to just say this. I love working with you, Daniel. I love you. I think you're great. I love having you on the show. It's like
I love you too, Timothy.
Co-host and producer. And I just want to sign out with this today. I will end a little earlier, But was there a question real quick? Is there a question for me? Because if
There
not,
was one question, and it was actually had to do with somebody on the medium side saying, is there ever anybody who refuses to come through, and that you can sense that?
great question. Yes, if it for you, Daniel, no one's coming through.
Shucks. It's
I
okay.
am so kidding. You would have people pop up right away for you. The answer to that question actually is no, not in my experience. Okay, I'll put it that way. And I love this question. It's a great question. And I think people wonder, well, if I went and saw a medium or got with Timothy, maybe they wouldn't come in. It's not about the situation, because I've been with people who have committed suicide and other different ways, different things from one end to the other, or a parent or someone that was very abusive to someone, but they still show up. They always show up, and the reason you do it is because in the bigger picture that we hold a resentment, or we're not happy with someone, we think they did something bad. Those people in another place. There's a different place there that's of love, Thank goodness, love's always the greater power. I definitely believe that. And that's the way that works. And they love you, so they show up. Even if something wasn't good, trust me, it has shifted since they left this earth. It's like, and they get it that I did wrong, or we were just so close. I want you to know here. And they have other information that they want to give you. A lot of times there's some really important things that change, and shift for people. So yes, they do show up. And one of the reasons it's not necessary, but I do like to ask, what's the first name of the person you want to be in contact with? Because a lot of people know more than one person who's passed away. And so what happens is you get other people. So it's like, and I'm like, okay, I'll start describing, tell you about them, what they are, what they look like, or what they did, or how they passed, and get specifics with that. But then, it's up to you. We have to decide, who is this person? And maybe it wasn't the person you really wanted to talk to.
Yeah.
That's a friend from high school. I don't want to talk to him. I want to talk to my mom.
Yeah.
But he jumped in. So what I would say is, yes, it's like my experience. I do know mediums that say, sometimes people don't come in. It's not been my experience through the years. It's like they do come in. That's why I like to call upon that first name. I don't need a second name. I'm not here to check anybody out. But that first name opens that door when I open that door to receive information. Yes, great question.
I love it. And they're just helping us, just like you were saying with Danny, put those glasses on and help us focus just a little bit to be able to see things a little clearer.
Yes, see them the way they are. I want to just go out here and say thank you again for everyone for being with us today. And I just want to say, remember to practice loving, caring, thoughtful things to do for yourself every day, and you will always love your life.
I absolutely love it. Great words to live by. Thank you so much, Timothy, for coming on. And and I'm so glad that we can celebrate your talents, and everybody can experience that on a much broader level now that we are in a very virtual world. So once again, thank you everybody for joining us today. I did see a bunch of people that went ahead and submitted their names for next week. So if you do get chosen, I will be emailing you guys directly. So until next week, please have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, and week and weekend, and we will see you next Tuesday. Have a good one. Bye-bye.